everyone, it's Sanni and happy almost 2013. So I'm going to celebrate kind of New Year's and stuff in like vintage pin-up style, and I thought I'd do a tutorial of it. And it's kind of like a very traditional pin-up, kind of like vintage 40s, 50s pin-up look. But what I'm doing differently is I'm using a glitter powder on my eyelids. It makes it kind of more festive. This is the Makeup Forever, I don't know how to say this, Holodium powder, and it's just amazing. I'm completely in love with it. It is so glittery and so beautiful. And then thick liner, thick lashes, and obviously a pop of kind of like bright pink, pinky red cheeks and red lips. So I'll show you how to put together kind of a festive retro pin-up look. And the hair, I tend to be really bad, and I kind of cheat at making vintage hairstyles. But I'm going to link below to Jen's channel. Her channel is called The Vintage Vanity, and she does beautiful, mine just looks like beautiful vintage tutorials, and she does really kind of authentic ones with how she shows you how to do proper pin curls and wet sets and stuff like that, whereas usually I just cheat with some hot rollers and that's that. But yeah, so I'll link below and you can check out how to do different style vintage hair. But this is actually a pretty easy tutorial, and it's super festive, and also I'm giving you a couple of tips and tricks on how to, you know, do color for photographs as well. So yeah, please keep watching. So I already did my foundation. I use the Illamasqua Skinbase, and this is a great foundation if you're having your picture taken, like for New Year's parties and Christmas parties, you know, where you have your picture taken with lots of flash photography, because this absolutely won't kind of do that flashback because it doesn't have an SPF. Just make sure your primer doesn't either, so that, you know, if you choose a foundation without an SPF but your primer has a strong SPF, like a lot of BB creams and such, they will flash back. So can highly recommend this for photo opportunities. So I'm just going to use my finger and the MAC Paintpot in Painterly to do my eyelids and just kind of blend it in all over the eyelid from your lashes to your brow. Then I'm going to take my Lorac Pro palette and I'm choosing a matte shade. I'm going to use cream here, and I'm going to use it from like my crease to my brow bone. This is just to create a nice matte base, because we're going to be using glitter. I want everything apart from the actual glitter on my eyelid to be matte, so it really creates like a nice contrast. So just even it out with this color. Then I'm using the Sigma small tapered blending brush. This is the E45, and I'm going to take Mauve, and I'm just going to run this in my crease. I'm going to kind of create a little triangle, so the widest part is kind of in line like this, and then it narrows down. I'm just sketching the area. We'll make it a little bit darker in a minute. And once you have it kind of sketched in, I'm taking Sable, which is I guess this is a dark medium brown, but it's a really rich color. And these colors are matte. And I'm just deepening that color a little bit. So when you look straight in the mirror, you should see it a tiny bit above your crease, and then just kind of like narrow it down as you go along your eyelid. Then I'm taking my NYC Bronzer in Sanni and a Sigma E25 blending brush. This is one of the short, cute ones. And I'm just going to blend the upper edge of that shadow. Actually, I'm going to blend it all over. So the idea is that, one second, anything kind of the crease and anything above is matte, and anything on the moving part of the eyelid will be glittery. So that's kind of the general idea. Then I'm taking a Sigma E55, a flat brush, and I'm going back to my Lorac palette, and I'm going to take gold, and this is now a glittery colour, and I'm going to pat it, like using patting motions. I'm going to pat it on half of my moving part of my eyelid, so the outer half. And then I'm going to take champagne. I'm just going to turn the brush around. So I used the gold on one side, I'm going to turn the brush around, and I'm going to put the champagne on the inner part of the, eyelid. Then for the fun part, I'm taking a synthetic brush. This happens to be Urban Decay. Any kind of flat synthetic brush is good. And my Makeup Forever Aqua Seal and my new Holodium powder. And this is beautiful. This is by Makeup Forever, and it's such a beautiful powder. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple of drops of this Aqua Seal on the back of my hand, like that. Then I open up the glitter very carefully. What I tend to do is I just put a little bit on the lid. And then your Aqua Seal is on your hand. Take your brush, kind of cover it in the Aqua Seal, and then take some of the powder on it so it will now stick really well, and then just pat it on. This will really help the glitter to stay on top of that eyeshadow and not be all over your face. I haven't powdered yet or done my under eye concealer just in case this falls off, but the Aqua Seal really makes it stay put super well. I'm also going to go to the inner corner of the eye and a little bit just kind of under it, just here. Then I'm taking my Makeup Forever gel liner, and this is in a #1, and I'm using my Inglot 11S brush, and we're just going to do a really traditional kind of pin-up eyeliner. So just pull your skin ever so slightly taut. I've got loads of product on the brush, and just do a thick line and then kind of make it thinner and thinner towards the inner corner of the eye. The glitter will make it more difficult for you to line the eye, but just, you know, pile on lots of the product, make sure that it's waterproof so that it doesn't kind of create a line here. So once you've kind of lined the main part, we're just going to wing it out, and we're going to wing it out in line with the triangle. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start pulling it up like that, and then connecting the outer corner, and then just start filling it in. So the line is quite thick, and it goes out enough so that when you look straight you can really see it. So the line is quite thick, and it goes out enough so that when you look straight you can really see it. I'm going to use my Maybelline Falsies mascara. I'm just going to use it on my top lashes, and I haven't curled my lashes because I'm going to put on fake lashes, and the lashes I'm using actually really seem to suit my natural kind of curve. And I'm using the MAC 48, so I'm expecting kind of like a really nice fluttery effect with these. So I'm going to pop them on and I'll be right back. I have to say, I love these lashes. They're exactly what I wanted for this look, so I'm really pleased. I'm going to clean up under my eyes now. I'm using the Giorgio Armani Maestro Eraser. And because I'm running it quite low down my eyes, I'm just going to use a foundation brush, because we're cleaning up at the same time, and also I'm kind of creating that, you know, the glow in the center of the face. I tend to put whatever is left on the brush kind of just in the middle of my forehead as well, and down my nose. Then I don't like to use bronzer for nighttime looks, so I'm going to use Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate in 1, because I do want to contour, but I don't want, bronzer can look a little bit muddy. And I am using the Real Techniques, which brush is this, because I'm not sure, Expert Face Brush, and it's quite narrow on the side. So I'm going to take the darker shade, create a little bit of a cheekbone. So I'm running the color just under my cheekbone. We're not doing tons of contouring. I'm also going to run it just under my chin. And then narrow up my rather wide forehead. For powder, I'm using the Illamasqua pressed powder and just a big fluffy brush. And I'm going to powder everywhere apart from just kind of like the tops of my cheekbones. Then I'm taking an Illamasqua blush. This is Naked Rose, and it is just the prettiest flush. And I'm using my Bobbi Brown blush brush. And I am going to put it on the apples of my cheeks. It is just such an incredible kind of flush. And don't be afraid of blusher with kind of a evening and especially vintage evening kind of look. For brows, I'm going to use the color Taupe from the Lorac Pro palette. It's actually quite a warm color, but for retro looks, I kind of like it. So with my brows, what I'm planning to do is first, I just fill them in. At the inner corner, once I get to just kind of fill in all your brows and get the shape as you want it. I'm going to kind of round it out a little bit here. Mine end quite bluntly, so to speak, and I'm going to just round it out a little bit because I want a more vintagey shape to the brows. So we're almost done. I'm just going to run a little bit of Highbrow in my waterline just to open up my eyes, and I'm going to put the tiniest touch of mascara on my lower lashes. Not much though. For lips, I'm going to go red. So I'm using my favorite red of this year, which is the MAC Marilyn collection, and it is called Deeply Adored, and it's a beautiful cold deep red. But in the middle of my lips, I'm going to use a Giorgio Armani 401, which is a super bright red. So it'll just create a little bit, it's kind of like an ombre, but it's also kind of a 3D effect at the same time. So first I'm going to line my lips, and it's always important to line your lips when you're using like very deep reds, because they do tend to run. So the MAC color I'm just going to take straight from the bullet. So this is the Brick lip liner from MAC, and it goes incredibly well with Deeply Adored. Then I'm going to take the lighter lipstick and I'm just going to pat it on the middle of my lips. So you don't really see that you've got two lipsticks on, it just creates a little bit of a dimension. So I'm going to get rid of these rollers and I'll be right back. So that's the whole look done. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you like my channel, please subscribe. And happy holidays, happy Christmas, happy New Year, although this will probably go up just before New Year's because I might not have time to edit it. But yeah, happy holidays to everyone, and thank you so much for being with me this year. I've enjoyed every moment of kind of my YouTube life, so thank you so much, and love every single one of you. I absolutely adore everybody that watches my videos, likes them, comments, you know, all of that. I just really appreciate it. So happy end of 2012, and I'll see you again in 2013. Oh my god, that sounds really weird. Thank you so much for watching anyways. Bye.